Over the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you 5 lessons you can learn from Hollywood, or as I like to call it, Hollyweird, to grow your local small business. Hey, if you have a family-owned company and you love God, family, country, and capitalism, you are my people. This show, I guess, is the War Plan Briefing, where I help you go faster by thinking differently. You know, I built and sold a local business many years ago. I built and sold other companies since then. I have software. I'm involved in things, and I want to help you go faster and give back. And these are powerful things that you can take away. Now, when you're running a small local business, it's easy to get stuck in your own head, right? It's also easy to believe that the opportunity is small because you're stuck in your office and your phone's not ringing and no one's calling you and you start freaking out. But it's not true. The opportunity is so much bigger than you could ever imagine. I don't even care if you have a weird service and you're a pooper scooper company. You can make $3 million a year picking up dog poop. Can I get an amen? It's a fact. Take it to the bank. But there's also a silo of information over local businesses. You know, they kind of do things the way that all of their people in their same business as them do things. And there's so much value in looking outside of your industry to learn lessons and principles, to pull them back and see how you can apply them in your business. We're going to go through 5 kind of principles or things that are happening in Hollywood. And the reason they make so much money, and it's not just Hollywood, by the way, but they do things a certain way that I see a lot of small companies overlook on accident. And the first one has to do with planning. You know, the amount of effort and work that goes into just planning stuff will break your brain when it comes to these big productions. Now, yeah, there's like a difference of scale, and I'm not saying your window cleaning business needs to take 6 months to plan out your strategy or something, but a lot of times we do these knee-jerk reaction stuff, and the phone's not ringing, so we go knock a couple doors and we stop, and there's actually not a strategy in place at all. There's not like a year-long, all-encompassing plan, action plan with a plan B and a plan C. Your marketing, you don't have your primary marketing levers and then your secondary levers and then your experimental levers. Like, this isn't hard to do, but we don't do it. These big productions, there's huge amounts of planning. Another example is professional sports, right? These people are smart, which is why they make billions of dollars. You know, one single good movie can make up to $1 billion. I don't know what the record is. Maybe we could look it up online or something and put it in the comments. But the bottom line is that they have so much prep that goes into building the house, so to speak, that it's ridiculous. And small companies are very reactionary, they're very knee-jerk, and they don't build as big of a house. If you're going to build a structure and it's just on the sand because you raked off some leaves and then built your house, it's not going to be that stable of a house, right? We have to go deep and we have to go wide, and we got to think with our brain, because we always make more money with our brain than we will with our back. How much planning are you doing regarding your finances, your marketing, right? The strategy of leadership, the way that your employees can ascend up through your company. I call it the employee life cycle. There should be a whole process. There should be at least a basic vision for how that's going to work for you. And you'll go so much farther just by doing that. The second thing is talent. And this is a big one. So Hollywood revolves around talent, okay? And these big blockbuster movies, they create movie stars, superstars. Think of The Rock. Think of, I don't know, who's another movie star? Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm basically telling you what movies I like. I'm a Stallone fan, just going to say. But people like to go on the internet, and they like to complain that these people make all this money. They get irritated that LeBron James makes $50 million a year, or whatever it is, or the WNBA stars. It cracks me up when they start complaining that they don't get paid enough. I literally laugh out loud because they don't understand how it works. The amount that they pay these people is directly proportional to the value that the person's fame creates and their talent creates. Local businesses do not understand this. And we're so cheap when it comes to hiring talent because we misunderstand that an A player, someone that is absolute top shelf work ethic, integrity, and just their skill sets are awesome, they outperform a B player 10 times. And you might have to pay them 20% more, but you get 10 times more output from them. It's not even funny. And Hollywood knows this. They're not going to try to like trim the budget and hire some guy, give a guy his break as the star of the next Marvel movie, right? It's not going to happen. And yes, it's true. Some movies have no-name actors, and there's lots of TV shows that do that. But the principle is true. The principle is that when you have extreme talent, your likelihood of success goes up. Doesn't mean every movie's a home run, but your likelihood goes up. And if you have a local business and you're just hiring warm bodies, or sometimes I call it a dumpster hire, kind of like a dumpster fire, except you're in crisis mode, so you hire anybody with a pulse. It's a dumpster hire. I thought it was pretty funny. You can laugh if you want. We do this stuff, and we wonder why our business doesn't get big. We need talent around us. We need people that are playing defense for you. We need people that are solving problems you didn't even think of yet. Do you realize what it feels like when you have a small company and one of your team members comes up to you and is like, hey, boss, I was thinking, I think, and you didn't ask me to do this, but I think if we change this to here and we use this software instead of this one, I think we could make like an extra $100,000 a year. You like when that happens, this is what's going to happen to you. The clouds are going to part and a sunshine ray will go in your face and you hear the voices of angels singing because it's like you found a unicorn. And these employees exist, but you have to dig for them. You have to vet them. You have to go headhunt them half the time. A lot of the best talent already works somewhere else, right? And in sports, what are they doing? They're headhunting, they're working, they're digging and fighting and clawing and paying commensurate rates to get the talent that they need. Your business should do the same thing. It's just something to think about. The third thing is the promotion. The level and scale of the promotion is crazy. And I don't watch TV anymore, but growing up, I watched Jay Leno, right? I thought David Letterman was kind of a tool, to be honest, but Jay Leno was my guy. Don't hate me. And these movie stars go on the media circuit before the movie's released because they're promoting the movie. There's this great musical called The Greatest Showman. And for me to even say the phrase, there's this great musical, is like an oxymoron because I think all musicals are terrible, except this one. This one's amazing. It's about entrepreneurship. It's about a guy named P.T. Barnum. P.T. Barnum was the second millionaire in the United States. And he was a showman, right? The Greatest Showman is about his showmanship, his marketing, his promotional ability back in the 1800s. This guy made money back when $1 million was a lot more money than $1 million is today. And he did it with no internet. He did it through like newspapers and word of mouth. It was crazy how much money the guy made and how much success he had. And your small business needs to take promotion seriously. When I talk to marketers like Russell Brunson, these people market their marketing. They don't just do marketing. They do marketing at scale, huge. Then they market their marketing. They'll do marketing about how they're making marketing. And maybe my next breakthrough is to do marketing of my marketing. I don't know. I'm just saying. But small businesses do very little noise making. They're not like banging the pot and pan loud enough, A great analogy is that marketing is like you're standing on the sidewalk and there's a parade of people walking in front of you and you're screaming at them, I have a plumbing company, hire me to clean your carpets, right? And you're yelling, but there's like 1,000 other vendors and businesses all yelling at them at the same time. Not to mention that the parade of people isn't even looking at you. They don't care about you. They're walking down the street. You're on the side. You're just noise, right? And so that's what marketing is. What small business owners accidentally think marketing is they think that they get a little auditorium with all the little homeowners to sit there and they say, thank you for coming today. So I have a plumbing company and here's the 3 reasons we're the best. Would you like to sign up? And then, no one signs up and they get emotionally devastated. That's not how it works. What actually happened was you were yelling on the sidewalk. No one heard you. No one cares. Nothing happened. And so you think that you suck. You don't suck. You're awesome. You can make a ton of money. You just got to get louder. Movies are promotion kings. You're going to see movies on the Burger King cups through strategic partnerships and joint ventures. You're going to see them on all the radio shows, all the biggest TV shows, any kind of distribution contact for awareness that they have, they leverage it, they cash in all their chips, and they spend a huge part of the budget marketing the thing they made. How much did you spend on your truck? How much did you spend on your employees? How much are you spending on your office and your overhead and the insurance and all this stuff you have to pay for to exist as a business? And then you spend like $1,000 on marketing and it didn't work. And so you feel bad. Like it's crazy. The fourth thing is they leverage additional revenue streams from their product. So they do all this planning, they hire the best talent, they go on the promotional circuit, they do the launch, they make a fortune, and then they don't stop. They don't stop still making more of a fortune. What they do is they start making licensing deals to things. They do brand deals with things. Walmart ends up having stuffed animals with the Thor or whatever. And what they're doing is they're taking what they have and thinking of creative ways to remonetize pieces of it, parts of it, or just more of it. And small businesses can do this too. This concept's a little bit more abstract because it depends on the kind of business you have. But how can you take the services that you offer and offer them beyond what you already do? Can you add like a monthly maintenance clean after you do the one? right? You do one clean. Could you do that? Well, how do you know if you didn't try? And maybe only 3 out of 10 people say yes to that, but now you're creating reoccurring revenue. You're creating new revenue out of thin air just by using your creativity. What a novel concept, right? That's my goal for you. And then last but not least is partnerships. Like I talked about with Burger King and really Walmart, like I said, they use joint venture partners to make even more money and get the word out. Local businesses can do this. It's easy. You can do interviews with other local business owners on each other's Facebook pages. You can do email blasts to each other's customers, telling each other about each other's business. You can do direct mail where you guys share the cost of the direct mail and you send it out, and about 100 other things. Another one is a thank you page swap. That one's a little more challenging to do, but it's free and it's easy. And if Bill gets a quote from the carpet cleaner on his website, there should be like an ad for your pressure cleaning business on his thank you page, and then you do that for him. These little partnerships can be put in place, and what will happen is they start to stack up over time. And it might feel like it's slow at first with something like partnerships, but it compounds and it starts to snowball, and you're making more money with less effort because you used your brain. Hey, Hollywood or Hollywood, it's a pretty dark, awful place. I'm not a fan, but there's still lessons to learn, and hopefully we learned some today. If you're enjoying this content, enjoying this video, please share the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to it, and then you'll get notified of other videos I make, of course. Like and then comment. Tell me your story. Where are you from? Who are you? My name's Josh. What's yours? See you in the next video. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you watched, click the video on the left to watch the previous upload. And if you want one of my personal favorites, click the video on the right. And of course, don't forget to hit the middle to subscribe so you never miss an upload. Thank you again for being on this journey with me.